Alright, what is up guys, and welcome to the third and final part of my Scratch Flappy Bird tutorial series. And just in case you missed the first two, don't forget to click on the link on the top of the screen so you can catch up, and then come back to this one to finish it off. And in this tutorial, I'm just going to be teaching you how to finish the art and just apply the finishing touches. Let's dive in. So the first thing you're going to do is create a new sprite, and you're going to call this one Ground. And then once you name that one, go over to the rectangle tool, and we're going to select a nice color for some sand here. And then just make that a little bit lighter right there. And then as we're try to just match up the colors to what you see on the screen. And then once we find our good color here, go ahead and draw a nice rectangle on the bottom here. And then go ahead and set this to X0, Y0 first. Just so it's not, just so that centers it up and makes sure it's where we need it to be. And then just make that a little bit lower there. And then we're going to copy paste it and then bring it up a little bit. Make it narrower there, and then we're going to find a nice green color for some grass. And then just dialing in here with the color. Okay, it looks good for now. We're going to play the game and see how it runs. Okay, it's looking good so far, and then I think the next thing we need to do is for sure going to be adding the background, so I'm thinking we add some clouds and buildings like in the real Flappy Bird. Before we do this, I think we're going to just need to make this, bring it down a little bit more though, just like that. And then I don't think it's going to work, so we're just going to do this here. Go ahead and go to your background now, and you're going to go to the paintbrush tool, and then you're going to select the brush size of 50 and then set the color to white for the clouds. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to make a bunch of little dots here in this this pattern. Just makes whatever looks good to you, do that. And then we're going to go ahead to the rectangle tool with the fill also white, draw a rectangle on the bottom there, grab the reshape tool to fill in any gaps, and we have our very nice cloud background for our game. And once you have this, we're just going to go to the fill tool and draw some gray rectangles for our buildings. And then just arrange these however you like, whatever looks good to you. And yeah. And then after you do that, just bring the clouds up a little bit because we made the buildings a little too tall. And there, that looks very good. And then we're just going to go ahead and test this out to see how it looks. And it looks great there. So now one thing we need to do is we're going to need to make the grass a lot thinner there, so just follow along on the screen what you see, take it lower, and there, that looks a lot better. Because the way we had it before, it was just sticking up too far, and it didn't look very good. And yep, it's looking good. And we're just going to run this and see how it looks. Okay, it looks good, but something I noticed is that our text for when the game starts for our countdown, it's white, and we can't really see it very well with the white background. So go ahead and go to your timer sprite, and you're going to say set the brightness effect to -100 once it starts. And that should make it black. There we go, so now I can see it very clearly. And the last thing you need to do for this game is go to the bird sprite, and then we're going to add the ground to the collision point. So just add on an OR operator block there. So if we're touching the pipes, or touching the edge, or the ground, we're going to broadcast our game over message, and that's going to make the bird stop. Snap that back in, and then add in the touching ground part. Add that there, and we have it looking good. And then we're going to go ahead and run this and see how it looks. Alright, it looks very good, and that's going to do it for this video. And if you found this helpful, subscribe, and don't forget to watch the first two videos, and comment the word Flappy for a shout out in the next video. And for our shout outs for this video, I believe we had 3 people comment. So the first one is Moisesa20956, thank you for your comment. Next one is Vipool2812, thank you for your comment. And then we have Velasco Moreno U2E. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.